This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com, here with match number 1 for the Rogue Deck Builder. This week we are on Immortal Servitude updated Born of the Gods list. Yes, we'd like to play first. Very good hand is 2 temples and a forest. We do need to find some more black sources, but we have our Immortal Servitude. No, we'd not like to mulligan this. Gatekeeper Vine will go find us number 2 black source. So of course the right move is going to be Temple of Malice. Let's hope we can find Perforos, and then we can have a huge Immortal Servitude, hopefully, for the win. So we'll go ahead and do that. Temple of Malice. And I'm actually going to put this on top. The more Immortal Servitudes, the merrier. And a Stomping Grounds comes out, so I'm thinking monsters here. And there's Immortal Servitude, so we will go ahead and cast the Gatekeeper Vine to go find us it's going to be a Rakdos Guildgate. Could have got a Swamp there. In fact, maybe Swamp was... No, because next play I'm just going to Rakdos Guildgate and Spike Jester. Or Temple and... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely did want to... It's going to be Rakdos Guildgate here. And Satyr Wayfinder, since we do have the Immortals. Okay, we get 2 in the bin, and we get our third. I believe we want our third mana source. So we're looking good. This is exactly what the deck's supposed to do. Argue Monsters is a bit slow, but it can just go over the top in a couple turns. Hoping a Domri doesn't come out. So Domri does come out here. Okay, but we can kill Domri. No, yes, we can. We can Spike Jester it. And he does get a Rampager, but Rampager isn't the most threatening card. There's Timerit. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to Temple here, and hopefully we can find a... We're going to put this on top. That's actually... No, we need to find Perforos. I'm going to put on bottom. And we are going to Spike Jester here. And kill off Domri. So 1 Domri down. And now we can actually... I probably should have kept that because we could actually combo with Timerit. So probably Pelucranos is coming out here, or a Gorklan Rampager. Okay, so it's Pelucranos. And we have the counter for that with Deadly Recluse. So I'm just going to put one of these into play tapped. Deadly Recluse. And Timerit. It's a Carotid. So now I've got to figure out how much damage I can do in 1 turn. There's another Immortal Servitude, which is very tempting to... just start sacking creatures here. I'm thinking he's going to try to go for a 1 huge turn kill. So I'm hoping Xenagos doesn't come out here. And Xenagos does come out here. But he still can't tack in with his Pelucranos. But next turn he's got a Gorklan Rampager, so that is very, very scary for me. I think it is time just to start sacrificing stuff. So I'm going to sacrifice a Satyr Wayfinder. Sacrifice a Gatekeeper Vine. And this turn we can Immortal Servitude. We can actually Burning Tree and Immortal Servitude on the same stint. So Burning Tree Emissary. And Immortal Servitude number 1. Grab a Temple here. That's a good mill. And yes, we'd like to use this for a swamp. And we can add some mana here so we can actually use Time Merit to sacrifice a Gatekeeper Vine. He's down to 14. I'm going to go ahead and Temple here to try and find... Oh, geez. Might actually be worth it. I think it will at this point with all the Immortal Servitudes. So things I can attack in here with... I'm going to... Because he's just going to... No, I need to leave Deadly Recluse back. So he's going to take 4. He's going to go down to a 10. But still, the Gore Clan Rampagers are very threatening. As he could do 2 Gore Clan Rampagers, I don't think he can do a 1-turn kill against me. He can't really Plukernos too threatening here. But if he casts like even a Gore Clan Rampager, he could... Xenagos would be online. But none of his guys has trample at the moment except for a Gore Clan Rampager. And at this point, I just start blocking with everything anyway. Mizzy Mortar's on Timera. I'll just get him back next turn. That's fine. And Domri. That's a pain. He's going to fight the Deadly Recluse with Domri. Or with Xenagos. Yep. But if he attacks in with Plukernos, I just chump block. Which he does not. Alright, so we get another Satyr Wayfinder. Let's use our non-black. See what it finds. There is Perforos. Wish that could go in my hand, but it cannot. And I think we just Immortal Servitude again. I guess I should have done that afterwards. And this might... I wonder if this is going to be enough damage. It could be. So, yes, we like to use this ability. We'll go get the last swamp. And get a temple here. Put these in the bin. And I believe I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of lands to get out of this. And let's see, that didn't add any from the burning tree. So he can block 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, I missed my attack phase there. That's fine. We'll just be blocking everything. So his Domri needs to find another Rampager off the top. His only hope here is to be able to give like double trample to 2 different things, but I'm going to be able to... I'm at 20. Which is very healthy. I still got 2 more Perforoses in the library. And I can actually cast a Perforos next turn and... Alright, so we're gonna chump block like crazy. So on the blockers, we'll put a Gatekeeper Vine here, a Deadly Recluse here, another Gatekeeper Vine here. No, I'm gonna make him use it on the Rampager. Gatekeeper Vine. Let's go. Spike Jester. We just put them all. Yeah, it doesn't even really matter how we do this. I'm just going to diversify the blockers. like this. Hopefully it doesn't have like a... Yeah, that's fine. I believe he's going to be dead next turn. We can combo off like crazy. 3 Immortal Servitudes is always nice in the hand. And, okay, that's fine. You have another Gore Clan. Alright, that's fine as well. That's 2 cards out of his hand. And he's got to assign all of this crazy damage. Which only does 4. It only does 4 damage to me and deactivates the Xenagos. Gets it to 2 Gore Clan Rampagers. And he is dead next turn with another Immortal Servitude. Yeah, Mystic isn't going to do it. And he does not find something off the top. So an Ash Zealot, which we can actually cast. So going to go ahead and cast that Ash Zealot. Let's use our non-black sources if possible. And go ahead and do the Immortal number 3. Which... I gotta choose a Chimera to keep. We'll choose this one. Stack all these. And then we can use Timerit to sacrifice a Burning Tree or a these Gatekeeper Vine. No redirect. Again, sacrifice a Gatekeeper Vine. No redirect. And one more, sacrifice a Burning Tree Emissary. And swing in with everything, which he will not. Alright, so there we go. Win the first one. Now against this deck, Dreadbores are very powerful, but I don't think Domries or Xenagos the Reveler are any decent versus him. Abrupt Decay is useless, Guard Charm's useless, Underworld Cerberus is useless, as he'll get as much back as I will. So the cards that I want to get rid of are probably 2 Grizzly Salvage and a Satyr Wayfinder, as everything else is a little more powerful. I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And one card I am thinking about is Treasure Find. I actually will put some Treasure Finds in here, maybe instead of the Grizzly Salvages, because that just seems rough if we mill our win condition, like we did with the Perforoses. Or I could go up another Perforos, but the problem is, like, if you have too many Perforos, then it's pretty bad. I'm actually going to keep this hand. We have some action, and we have 2 black sources. So all I need is a green source, and I'm great. And we have both win conditions in our hand. So we do need to find that third land, and it's going to be almost everything in the deck will be able to work. So if we can find two reds, I'm fine. Ugh. Second turn Dahmer is really hard to come back, but he did miss. There we go. Temple of Malice, which, you know, I could swing in. Actually, I do think that it is still swinging into Domri is the right play. Because I got to keep Domri's counters down. And he finds a Gore Clan Rampager. He does that after, though. That was interesting. And puts card on top, but he already used it. So he's going to draw... Oh, no, he got the Gore Clan Rampager, then he scryed on top. Okay, so he does 2 to me. Alright, so we're going to scry everything away except a land. That one's fine. We'll put that on top. Hit Domri again. And we might just be too slow here. Because, again, I won't be able to... Oh, geez. And he's... Yeah, he's God drawing here. Definitely God drawing. Whoa. Yeah. He's Because next turn he'll be able to Stormbreath Dragon. And I know what I draw, which is the Temple. Is there any way to adjust this stupid thing? Jeez. There we go. So I'm in a Temple. Scryo away. And Ash Zealot at this point does need to go on the bottom right. I hate to do that. Again, I still can't cast anything. We're going to take it to the face with a Stormbreath Dragon this turn, most likely. Which he gets another Stormbreath Dragon. He's going to go Xenagos here. That's interesting he decided to go Xenagos. Because I can just block this guy. But again, I'm going to be very slow here. I need to land. Rakdos Shred Freak, that actually does give me a way to use the, I think it's Gatekeeper Vine, to get a forest, to get the Singleton Forest. Play the forest, and then Burning Emissary. To cast the Satyr Wayfinder. And unfortunately, just a Burning Tree goes in the bin there. But if we can hold off, which I don't know that we can, because he's got a Gore Clan and a Stormbreath Dragon. And there's a Pelucranos as well. Which, yeah, he's just getting so much card advantage off the Domri. That second turn Domri. Pelucranos, which he can give to the Pelucranos. Which he doesn't even attack in. That's crazy. I would have lost two guys, but maybe he doesn't care about me losing anything here. So I think that my best line of play is to shock myself. And then put out Perforos. And then Rakdos Shred Freak. And yes, I would like to redirect it. That way Domri can't. He has to fight it. He is going to end up fighting something, but I think we might have a kill here. Depending on if I can survive a turn or not. I mean, he should have gone Stormbreath route. Which, he gets another Pelucranos. Which means he Mortars. And then I die, right? Yeah, because then he makes that. That's 16. Okay, Measy Mortars does it. We'll go on to the next one. We get to go first this time. So maybe Satyr Wayfinder is actually more powerful than I give it credit to. Maybe I'll just go down to a 2 of Dreadbore. Or just one of these Rakdos Shred Freaks. Take out a Rakdos Shred Freak. Yes, I do need some mill, I think, versus this. Some self-mill. I'm going to submit this. Yes, I'd like to play first. Very keepable hand. No, I'd not like to mulligan it. As we go Rakdos Guildgate. And I think I might, depending on what he does here. All right, I think the right line of play is going to be Burning Tree. In a Satyr Wayfinder. And we find, oh, ouch. That hurts. That really hurts. Getting 2 Immortal Servitudes in the bin. So I guess Treasure Find is the way to go. It could be he's stuck on land, it looks like. So hopefully we have some time here. And guess I would have drawn with his Immortal. Now I have 2 more Immortals left in the deck. I think I just Spike Jester here and try to take him out since he is stuck on lands. That's actually a decent card. But I'm going to put it on the bottom because we need lands. And it is going to be Spike Jester. And swing in for 4 damage because he's going to block. So he's down to a 16. But if he hits a land here, I'm just done. He does not, but this could be a... Oh, geez, a profit. Ugh. And it shows another land is on top. So, unfortunately, now it's making all this stuff useless. So again, I think I just try to race him the best that I can, which is going to be Burning Tree Emissary. Into a Spike Jester. And again, I lose a Spike Jester here, but at least I do some damage. Down to an 11. Yikes. Because he can get out a Stormbreath Dragon here and start the beatdown. A Domri to get a Courser of Crewfix. I hate this combo. Oh, he decides to just fight. That is interesting why he decides to go that route. I would have drawn a card for sure. But he's just going to try to knock me down. I think I do take out Domri here. With a Shred Freaks, actually. He must have another Domri in his hand. But it still uses mana to cast it. Again, I still think that I'm going to Satyr Wayfinder and hopefully hit a land here. It's the wrong land. Wow. And there's our win cons. I'm going to take out Domri. But he's going to be gaining so much life with these crew fixes. So unfortunately, yeah, that milling the Mortal Servitude, you see how reliant this deck is on the Mortal Servitude. And Stormbreath, I wonder if he just starts trying to race me. Yes, he does. With both of them. And I will block. Go down to a 13. Golgari Gilgate. We now have all the sources we need for... Unfortunately, I don't know if I can pull this out. It will be just top decking into that one of the last Immortal Servitudes, which two of them were already in the bin. Again, I think I might end up putting some treasure finds, just taking out the Grizzly Salvages from the main board, and then just putting in some treasure finds instead, because you absolutely have to have an Immortal Servitude in your hand for this deck to function. And having two more treasure finds gives you two more ways to get it, either Immortal Servitude back from your graveyard, or after you cast another one to bring that one back and do it all over again. So I'd like to have some way to gain life as well. That's what Blood Artist was so good. But it looks like I think I'm just going to get beat down. Yeah, I will make that trade with an Elf any day. Which Gorklan's there. 8, 9, 10. He's got another Gorklan. Yep, that's 14. So double Gorklan in his hand. That is game. See what we would have drawn into. Nothing. Okay, this has been Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.